Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cliff, and today we're doing something a little different. Okay, I wanted that to be dramatic, but I also didn't want to damage the cards, so that's what you're gonna get. So inside of these, you have several like repacked packs of old NBA cards. I got this in a lot. Obviously that one was already open because I used one for a pack a day, but I got this in a lot on eBay for a pretty reasonable price. I'll put the prices down below for all of these, but got this whole lot for a pretty reasonable price. Came in 4 of these individually wrapped like yellow mailer things. But all of them, I assume, contain the same thing, but we can take a look in that first. I'll show you the first one as well in a second. So I usually don't open up too much vintage stuff, but I mean, I figure for the Jordan chase, why not? Give it a shot, right? You never know, you could find something really good. Okay, so let's take a look. In this first one, we had an NBA Hoops 91-92. 91-92 Skybox, a NBA Hoops from 89, that's cool. 91-92 of NBA Basketball, Upper Deck NBA Basketball, the inaugural edition. Another Hoops from 1990. This one's from 1990, and then a Skybox inaugural edition. Oh, okay, so this is the one that I had opened for my pack a day already. No Jordans in that, unfortunately. All right, so we have those packs left out of the first little bundle there. Let's take a look at what we have here. We have Hoops from 91, 92 Skybox. This is 90, I believe, 1990 NBA Hoops. Another pack of the inaugural edition Skybox. This is the 91, right? 91? I couldn't remember. No, 1990. 90 Hoops. 91, 92 Upper Deck Basketball. And then this, I believe, is the 98. 89, I mean. 89, yeah. 1989. Okay, so I'm assuming they all kind of have similar things inside of them. So we're going to open them all and lay them all out. And we will crack into all of them. We're gonna open all of them. Isn't that crazy? Maybe I should keep a pack for myself. Maybe I should keep 2 packs. Here, I'm gonna keep 2 packs for myself. Just as like little surprises for me. Okay? Sorry. You guys aren't gonna get to see all of them. I'm gonna show you what I got in case you didn't see the short out of this inaugural Skybox that I already opened. You have the Charles Barkley, the John Long, Rex Chapman. There was nothing exciting in here. Paul McKeskey, Harold Presley, Copeland, Cataledge, Braylock, Lechner, Michael Smith, Rolando Blackman, Maurice Cheeks, Joe Wolf, Andrew Lang, and George McLeod is what we got out of that first pack. And then we will open up the rest of these. I want to save the 89s for last. Because if we pull like a good condition Jordan out of those, I really want to make sure that I get those closer to the end. What happened to the other 89 pack? There's one more 89 pack in here. This. Yes. 89s we'll save for last. And then the rest of these, I think we can just kind of crack into at will. I'm going to start with this Skybox inaugural edition because I feel like we're going to get a couple of repeats in there. But I'm excited. Let's take a look. But yeah, if you guys like this type of video where I open up product I've never seen before and learn this hobby, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and you know what to do. It's free. Leave a comment if you want to have a conversation about basketball or political stuff. I don't know. Here we go. All right. How about Glenn Rivers to start? And it doesn't look like we have anything crazy. Glenn Rivers, Dyron Nix, Dan Marjolais, Vlad Divac, Stuart Gray, Joe Dumars. Ooh, a Muggsy Bogues. That's clean. Oh, that's super clean too. I remember wanting to be like Muggsy when I was growing up because I was like, oh, if he's short and I'm short, I'm sure we could play ball the same way. Delaney Rudd, I never developed that the handles that he had though. Dave Corzine, Johnny Dawkins, Ralph Sampson, John Morton. 2 more cards. Ooh, we got a Larry Bird, very right side heavy, and then a Craig Alo. All right, so that's our first pack. Our best card out of that, maybe the Larry Bird, but this one is quite a clean copy of Muggsy. So I may get that one graded. It looks pretty well centered, actually. Corners look strong. Interesting. We'll see. We'll see whether or not we feel like any of these are worth grading. All right, let's see what this is about. Upper Deck Inaugural Edition, 91-92. So this is when Upper Deck finally came out with some NBA cards. It is officially licensed. It has the NBA logo on it. The package is very old. It is very aluminum-y. So who knows? Let's see. Here we go. Steve Hood is our first card. A Reggie Miller checklist. Let's see. Reggie Miller on the art too for the Pacers. That's clean. That is a clean looking card. Holy cow. Oh, and a Clyde Drexler. That is sick. That's actually such a cool card. Clyde Drexler, clean too. Holy crap. Sean Kemp. All right, so we were looking at some 91-92 cards in a video a little earlier, and none of them were this clean. Like, look how clean that is. And then we have a Johnny Dawkins, Mike Brown, John Sunvold. Let's see. I don't know why some of these are backwards or not, but Otis Thorpe on the Rockets. Maybe it's an image variation. Larry Nance. There's a name I've heard before. Karl Malone on the Jazz. And then lastly, a Lionel Simmons. Lionel Simmons. That's cool. Okay, wait. So these two are probably my favorite out of this product so far. The Clyde and the Reggie Miller art cards. Like, look at that. Those look so cool. And then the Sean Kemp in mid dunk. I'm glad I have a very clean copy of that now, because the one that we got in that other box was definitely not this clean. That's beautiful. Okay, sweet. Happy we opened that. Let's go for the 1990 hoops. 1990 hoops. 1990 hoops. Oh man, this is some plastic. Holy crap, they would not let you use that plastic for packaging anymore. All right. Kevin Willis. Oh, whoa. Art insert of, who's that supposed to be of? Kevin Johnson on the Phoenix Suns. Kevin Johnson. Checklist card. That's sick. Look at that. That's so cool. Denver Nuggets, Joe Wolf. Rookie Alexander Volkov. Whoa. Okay. Our first rookie card out of that. Oh, this is the checklist. MVP Magic Johnson. Walter Davis. Bill Henslick. Ooh, and an art insert of Alvin Robertson. Alvin Robertson. That's cool. Terry Catledge. Mark Akers. Lights, camera, action of behind the scenes of Karl Malone in The Mailman. Or The Mailman in the motion picture Rockwell. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Cool insert. Tom Tolbert. Chuck Daly, coach of the Detroit Pistons. And back-to-back World Championship Pistons card. That's cool. I think we saw one of these as well in the box that I opened up of vintage stuff on my other video. That's really cool. Okay, cool. Nothing crazy yet. But a lot of cool inserts. I wonder whether or not we will come across any Jordans. This is another 90s pack. Another pack of 90s. I wonder why the packaging on the outside looks different then. All right. Hakeem Olajuwon. Larry Nance. Most improved player, Ronnie Sekali. James Donaldson. Old Mavericks uniforms were green. Mark West. Sidney Lowe of Timberwolves. Dave Corzine. We have an Anton Carr. And then this is on the Supersonics. Sedale Threat for the Supersonics. Mike Woodson. Rockets. And then off the back, we have Doug Moe. Danny Ferry for the Cavs, rookie card. Michael Ainsley on the Magic rookie. Ricky Green. And then, well, I guess that answers that. Michael Jeffrey Jordan. 1990 All-Star East. Card fresh out of the pack. That's wild. All right. I know those aren't the rarest cards in the world, but that I am going to grade and keep. That looks so clean. Like for a card that is, oh, there's a little surface chip there, I think. Or is that just, yeah. Oh, no, that's just a little dust. That is so clean. That is such a clean copy of that. Michael Jordan. There we go. Our first vintage Jordan that we pulled ourselves. For a card that is 25 years old, that is clean. That's cool. All right. I'm very happy now that I decided to open these. Oh, wait. Those are the 89s. We're leaving those. Let's do back to this pile. 1990. Another pack of 1990. And let's get right into it. That's cool. I've never pulled a Jordan before. That's my first Jordan that I pulled on my own. Isaiah Thomas, too. Look at this. Isaiah Thomas right next to the Jordan. There we go. Mortal enemies. Magic Johnson, most valuable player. Reggie Miller. Oh, this pack is so good. Fred Roberts. Jeff Hornacek. Manute Bol, dad. Jerry Sloan, the Utah Jazz coach. Reggie Lewis. John Williams. Vinny Del Negro. Darrell Walker on the Bullets before they were the Wizards. I don't know what that is, so we'll wait for that. Reggie Williams off the back there. Mike Schuler, John Sunvold, and then it's a Celtics card. It's backwards. Kenny Edward McHale. All-Star Weekend. Oh, okay, nice. All-Star Weekend. Little damage there. You see that? Darn. But at least it wasn't the Michael. The Michael wasn't damaged, so we're safe there. That's kind of cool though. All right. Okay. 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 We're doing NBA Basketball 91-92 Inaugural Edition Upper Deck, second pack of this. And then we're going to break into the Skybox packs. Oh man, this packaging is something else. It's just straight aluminum. All right. An Isaiah Thomas. I've got a Mike Sanders. Why are these backwards? Are they all like that? Maybe they're all like that. Kevin McHale. Nope. Turns out not. This is the All-Star checklist with Jordan's name on it. Michael Jordan? No. Clyde Drexler, Ewing, Dominique Wilkins, Max Johnson. Oh yeah, Michael Jordan on there. Oh, and it's a Jordan too. There we go. Our second Jordan out of a retro pack. Upper deck. Very right side heavy. Very right side heavy. Winston Garland. Mark West. Olden Polynice. Cedric Ceballos. Reggie Williams. And on the Magic, we have Jerry Reynolds and Mitch Richmond behind him on the Warriors. All right. There is our 91 pack, 91-92 Upper Deck. I said we would do the Skybox next, and I meant it. We're going to do Skybox. Let's see. Maybe we get something cool. I know there's a lot of people who are into Skybox collecting. I keep hearing about it everywhere I go. Every show I go to, somebody's talking about it. All right. Chris Mullin, Johnny Newman, Steve Alford, Cliff Robinson, Michael Jordan. There we go. Michael Jordan, clean Skybox card. Brad Lohaus, Terry Teagle, Hakeem Olajuwon on the GQ insert. That's cool. On the GQ cover insert. Look at that. That's really sick. Jerome Lane, Jason Williams, Terry Davis, Joe Dumars, Danny Manning, Terry Mills, playing against Scottie Pippen there. And then All-Star Weekend, Craig Hodges. Craig Hodges. Our third Michael Jordan out of these retro packs. Now, I know these aren't like expensive Jordan cards, but that is clean. That is a clean copy of that card. That is a clean copy of that card. Holy cow. Very excited about that. And the Hakeem Olajuwon GQ is just cool. It's just a cool insert. Look at that. Getting some good stuff out of these old packs. Skybox 91. Here we go. There we go. Retro cards, man. I'm telling you. Retro cards. Darrell Walker. Scott Skiles. Best single game performance. Steve Kerr. Bo Kimball. Woolridge. Hakeem Olajuwon. Glenn Rivers. What do we have here? Checklist of some sort. Checklist. Out of, for what? Just a checklist. What is this? Basketball Centennial. What is this? That is so cool. Centennial highlights. First official record of a basketball game involving women took place on March 22nd, 1893 at Smith College, blah, 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 blah. That's super cool. Look at the pantaloons they were wearing back then. That's such a cool insert. Oh my God. All right, I'm leaving that right there. Dan Chase, Charles Jones, Dale Ellis, Hershey Hawkins, Jeff Martin, and Dana Barros for the Seattle Supersonics. That's incredibly cool. I'm really glad I got that insert. I don't know if it's worth anything, but that's cool. That's really cool looking. I didn't know they were in there, so very excited. Let's go with a pack of 90s NBA hoops. 90s NBA hoops. Ooh. All right, well, let's hope they all still come out clean. Craig Hodges on the Bulls. I like anything retro Bulls, honestly. NBA Hoops Tribune, Piston and Jinx Route Blazers for 2-1 edge. Look at that insert. That's so cool. That's like an old newspaper insert. Yo, I've never seen that before. Rob Tarpley, Mitch Richmond, Derek Coleman, backwards for some reason on the 1990 NBA draft lottery pick insert. That's cool. It says NBA draft all in the back there on the border. That's super cool. That's such a cool insert. What a pack. What a pack for inserts, man. Chris Mullin, William Bedford, Michael Adams. I don't know what that is, but we'll save it. Lester Connor, watch it be nothing. Chris Morris, Scott Brooks, Lenny Wilkins, Fred Roberts, Orlando Woolridge. Oh, it's not nothing. It's another insert. What a pack. Jerry Sloan for the Chicago Bulls, 1965, 1976. I know somebody that would be very interested in having this. Jerry Sloan, NBA Hoops, 1965 to 1976. What a card. Look how pretty that card looks. That's such a sick insert. Wow. Okay. Okay. Very happy I opened these packs and ordered these packs now. I know they're not going to be like worth as much as I paid for them, I'm sure. But I don't know, man. Some of those Jordans graded in a 10, that Jerry Sloan, could be worth something. All right, what am I opening here? This is 91 hoops. 91 hoops. All right. Vincent Askew, Mitch Richmond, 1988 USA basketball team. Putting that aside, 88 is my birth year. Supreme Court Pooh Richardson, Brian Quinnett, Leonard Copeland, Marcus Liberty, Larry Bird on the Supreme Court. Oh, look at that art. Sean Elliott on the art card. What the hell, man? Why do these look so cool? This is like the anime inserts, but like from the 90s. Bart Kofed, Anthony Mason, Joe Klein, Jason Williams, Tyrone Corden, Tony Brown, and John Sunvold. 91, if I'm not mistaken. 91, if I'm not mistaken, should be Jordan's first championship year, right? Am I wrong about that? Is it 90? I don't know my history well enough. All right, another pack of 91 hoops. Let's hope we see that Jordan in there. Maybe he was... Did he retire then? No. It wasn't until like 93, right? I don't know. I don't know my history well enough, I'm afraid. Here we go. Patrick Ewing. Nice. George McLeod. Art card for the Pacers. It is Chuck Person. Nice. I really love these art cards. Holy cow. They look so cool. Steve Henson. Charles Smith. Ricky Pierce. Nigel Knight. Matt Poulard. Avery Johnson. Scott Skiles. Scott Skiles on the art card for Orlando. That's cool. Judd Buechler. Moses Malone. Vern Fleming on the 1984 USA basketball team. And Kenny Payne. Okay. So the Patrick Ewing and the 2 art cards that came out of that was the coolest out of that pack. Definitely the pack before was much cooler. Much cooler. All right. Here we go. There's 2 packs of 1989 NBA hoops. These are the oldest packs I've ever opened. 1989 is a year before I was born. This is a 36-year-old pack. 36-year-old pack. What the hell? Here we go. 36 years old. Here we go. Mark West. Bill Cartwright for the Bulls. Johnny Dawkins. Derry McKee. Danny Ainge. These are so clean. Hakeem Olajuwon. Beautiful. Wes Unsled. Sam Bowie. Reggie Miller. There we go. Reggie Miller. Antoine Carr. Doug Moe. John Saley. Pat Riley. Alvin Robertson. And Kevin Duckworth. Okay, that's my first pack. No Jordan, but a Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller. Can't complain about that. All right. Last pack we're opening today. Keep this under 30 minutes. Last pack of 89 hoops. Let's see what we get out of it. These are so cool. And for the price I got them at, honestly, this is well worth it. Dennis Rodman from the Bad Boy Pistons. Chuck Daly. Frank Johnson. Joe Wolf. Jose Ortiz. Greg Kite. Kenny Walker. All-Star Game. Larry Nance. Jeff Turner. Michael Thompson. Dale Ellis. Bob Hansen. Mark Price. And a Dan Shays. Okay, the Dennis Rodman's cool though. I'll take a Dennis Rodman card any day. That's really cool. That goes with the Jordan cards right there. Let's see what Jordans we got. All right, I'll show you guys. So we got that Dennis Rodman card there. We have this super clean skybox Michael Jordan. Like, that's so crisp. And a super right heavy, but very clean upper deck inaugural edition Jordan. And then an incredibly clean copy of his All-Star Weekend from Hoops. So that's cool. I will get those sleeved up a little bit later. Should we open up another? Should I? I mean, all right, I won't cuck you guys twice in less than 3 videos time. Let's just do it. We're going to do another one of these little bundles, and we'll see whether or not we have a little bit more Jordan luck in them, because I'm loving seeing these old cards. I'm having so much fun. I know these cards aren't going to be worth like a ton of money. I'm assuming this is what people keep saying when they refer to the junk wax era. But to me, these are cool. And that's really what this is about, right? Is just finding a reason for you to love the cards that you love. And I love the way these look. So I'm very happy that I'm getting to open them. Let's shuffle these off to the side. We have another hoops pack from I'm gonna 91. Skybox 91, 92. 90, I want to say 90. Yeah, 90 hoops. Inaugural Skybox. What is this? 90? 90 hoops. Okay, so same packs as before. And then the 89. We're going to start backwards this time. We're going to start with the 89. All right, NBA Hoops 89. Pack number 3. Oh, that's opening more like modern packs at least. Benoit Benjamin. Michael Adams. Wrong Michael. Sidney Lowe. Rudy Brewer. Craig Elo. Mark Jackson. Mark West. Bill Cartwright. Johnny Dawkins. Derek McKee. Danny Ainge. Rod Strickland. Keem Olajuwon. Wes Unsled. And Sam Bowie. Okay, so very glad I started with the 89. All right, let's get the Upper Deck 91-92 out of the way. Inaugural edition Upper Deck. Let's see what we get out of this one. This packaging is probably the hardest to open. Oh, this one was relatively easy though. There we go. All right, Dwayne something. Who's that? Sarunas something. I'm just gonna flip him around. Doug Overton. Detroit Piston checklist. So who is this? Isaiah Thomas. Ooh, yeah, Isaiah Thomas on the art. That's beautiful. And then we have another art card of Pooh Richardson. Dan Marjolay. AJ Green. AC Green on the Lakers. John Paxson. And Kelly Tripucka. Who is this? Kennard Winchester. And our last card is a Marcus Liberty on the Nuggets. Those two art cards are cool though. Even though one of them is of Pooh Richardson. I love these art cards. I think I might start a collection of these art cards. These are so cool. Look at that Isaiah. If I get a Jordan in that, I'm gonna be so happy. All right. We go 90. We go Skybox Inaugural Edition. We get the Skyboxes out of the way, I think. Inaugural Edition Skybox. I thought that was Jordan for a second with that bald head. Gary Grant, Kevin Duckworth, Terry Davis, Mark Akers, Buck Williams, Kelly Tripucka, Darrell Walker, Chris Morris, Sam Vincent, Greg Grant, Caldwell Jones, Bill Wennington, Xavier McDaniel on Seattle Supersonics, cool. Checklist for checklist purposes. That's cool. Dave Hoppin. All right. And let's get the other Skybox out of the way before we go back to hoops. All right, other Skybox. Time to wow me. Here we go. Dwayne something. Judd. Physical education, stay in school card. That's cool. These inserts are so cool. Eric Floyd. Ron Anderson. Jeff Turner. Dennis Rodman on the Skybox. Billy Thompson. Anthony Cook. Muggsy Bogues. Mookie Blaylock. Wayne Cooper. Kevin Upshaw. Dominique Wilkins. Nice. And a Mike Gaminsky. Okay, so those are cool. Got the Rodman. Got the Dominique. Can't argue about that. Oh, they're going here, right? Yes. Here is where they're going for our second pile. All right. Let us get the 91 hoops out of the way. 91 hoops first. Here we go. I'm gonna try and go fast through the names I don't recognize. And you guys can tell me, how did you not recognize that legend in the comments? All right, Larry Bird on Team USA. Nice. Kenny Anderson, NBA Draft. Jeff Grayar. Quinton Daly on the Sonics. Charles Oakley. Grant Long. Dominique Wilkins art card? Is that what that is? No, Travis Mays. Travis Mays on the art card. That's kind of cool. Will Purdue. Bimbo Coles on the 88 team. Todd Lichty. Tim Perry. Michael Jordan, all-time active leading scorer. Do not drop that. All-time stat leader, Michael Jordan. Pretty even on the left and the right. That's pretty. Delaney Rudd and Joe Dumars again. Doke. Let's put these over here. Let's go on to 90s. Our last 2-pack of 90s hoops that we're opening. I am saving that last baggie for myself to open on a rainy day. Open on a rainy day. All right. Spudweb. Wayman Tisdale. Robert Parrish. Greg Anderson. Guokas Teagle Aguirre. Ralph Sampson. Paul Perry. Dick Moda. Robert Parrish on the All-Star card. Bill Hasnick. Stu Jackson. Eddie Lee Wilkins, and Rory Sparrow. All right. Gonna blast through this last one because I'm losing my voice a little bit here. NBA Hoops, 1990s, last pack. Last chance at another Michael Jordan. A 90s Jordan would be great. 90s Jordan would be fantastic. Bob Thornton, Herb Williams, Herms Ellison, Glenn Rivers, Gary Payton on the insert of some sort? Yes, on the Seattle Supersonics, on the draft 1990 insert. That's so cool. Again, Sonics are a bit of a PC for me, so love that. Terry Porter, Mark Aguirre, Joe Dumars, and then for the Bucks, we have Alvin Robertson. Alvin Robertson on the art card. That's cool. Grant Long, Gene Littles, and then a Del Curry stay in school card. We saw one of these as well before. And yeah, it has the red facsimile autograph on the back. That's cool. This is a clean copy of that. I'm glad we saw a clean copy of that. And then a Kenny Walker, Richie Abuto, and Paul Pressey is our last card. There we go. Wow. Okay. So we did get another Jordan. Very clean looking Jordan there. Not going to complain about that. And we got an art card of Isaiah Thomas. And this, the insert of the 1990 draft there. Lottery pick, Gary Payton for the Seattle Supersonics. All right, guys. If you like content like this, leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. I know I say it all the time, but it's free for you guys. Really helps me do a lot more content like this. And I will see you guys for the next one. Peace out.